Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be learning about how to divide using repeated subtraction. In the past we have already learned how to divide with small numbers such as 20 divided by 5 or 22 divided by 7. We could do that drawing groups and dividing our total up into those groups. However, what happens when we get larger numbers? Not too big, but just a little bit larger. So here's our first example. We have the numbers 84 divided by 7. I could choose to draw 7 groups and split up 84 dots in those 7 groups, but that's just going to take me a really long time. The next best method is going to be divide using repeated subtraction. This is good for those of us who has a harder time multiplying and we're really good with addition and subtraction. So the first step that you're going to want to do is rewrite the problem. I can't divide using repeated subtraction like this. I want to go ahead and redraw it first. So another way that you can show division, you put your divisor on the outside. Your dividend goes on the inside. Your dividend is the larger number that you're splitting up. So that is going to be 84. What I like to do is draw a long line at the end. This just kind of lets you know and separate things later when I start showing you guys what to do. So you're going to be subtracting 7 from 84 until you get to 0 or until you get into a number that's less than 7. So we have 84, so we're going to go ahead and subtract 7. 84 subtract 7, well I can't take 7 ones away from 4, so I'm going to borrow. And this turns to a 7, and then my 4 turns into a 14 ones. 14 ones minus 7 is going to give me 7 ones. 7 tens minus nothing is 7 tens. Once you subtract that one time, I want you to circle that you subtracted 7 because you're subtracted repeatedly with 7 from your divisor. So you're going to repeated subtraction. That's why it's called repeated subtraction. So this is going to be one time. Now let's go ahead and subtract 7 again. Subtract 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. 7 minus nothing is 7. So now we have 70. That's 2 times. So at this point, go ahead and stop the video, and I want you guys to solve the rest of it by yourself. Okay, boys and girls, are we ready for the final outcome? I ended up running really low on space on my paper, so you guys might have run into the same situation. So I subtracted 7 after I left you guys off of 2. We subtracted it again and again and again and again and again, and we did it 12 times. So 7 goes into 84 12 times, and there is no remainder. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the times that we were able to subtract repeatedly 7, and it was 12 times. So let's go ahead and write our answer right here, 12. And boys and girls, that is how you're going to be using repeated subtraction. We're going to be working with the numbers 35 divided by 4. What is the first step again, class? you're right. We're going to have to rewrite the problem. Our divisor is going to go on the outside. Our dividend will be placed on the inside. I'm going to draw my long line because we know that when we are repeating subtraction, we're going to be needing a lot of work as we saw in our first problem. Now what do? Well, we're going to have, since our method is repeated subtraction, we're going to be subtracting our divisor over and over and over again from 35 until we get to 0 or until we get into a number that is less than 4, which is our divisor. At this time, go ahead and pause the video and then play it again to see the final answer at the very end. Okay, boys and girls, here's our final answer. Go ahead and take a look at the work that I've done. Did you regroup during the red parts of your subtraction? We want to make sure that we are regrouping correctly. And it looks like for this problem, we do have a remainder this time. We ended up getting a number that is smaller than 4, and so that is going to be our leftover because we can't subtract 4 from 3. That just doesn't make sense. We don't have enough to give. And so that is our remainder. We are able to divide 34 divided by 4 8 times, remainder 3. So that is our final answer.